Kickstarter backer is gonna get one of these founder promo packs that contains 27 amazing Elestrals cards. Let's take a look at them. Okay, no joke, this is probably one of my favorite things from the Kickstarter campaign is our founders promos. I mean, it's hard to beat this. Like, the reality of it is, it's hard to beat this. It comes with 27 amazing cards, many of which are some of the best in the game, and it features some incredible artwork. And this was really all of the stuff that came from the unlocks, right? So all of you guys hitting stretch goals and kind of supporting throughout the campaign. This is the culmination of all of that coming together. If you haven't seen all of our other opening videos, I've done booster boxes and starter decks and all that good stuff. You can check them out in the description below. I highly encourage you to support the channel. Check them out, leave a like, leave a comment. All that stuff makes a huge difference. But let's take a look at this Founders promo pack. A lot of really awesome cards in here. And again, every one of you, every backer should get one of these in your package. So that's the exciting part. So let's take a look one card at a time, and I'll just kind of give you a little rundown on each card. So this is the Stellar Pandasin. Of course, Pandasin, one of the kind of cornerstone Elestrals, being a community designed Elestral. So I quite like Pandasin. I think it's quite adorable as well. This art is really cool, kind of chilling in the forest. It's got a bit of a different color scheme, kind of going with the fall face mask on it, and just a super cute card. So hopefully you guys will dig the little Stellar Pandasin that comes with every promo. From there, we have Spark It. This was created by Victor, or VCreate, and I really love how the Stellar looks on the background of this thing. It's truly pretty beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. I'll tweak my lighting just a little bit so you can see all those stellar swirls on this beauty, and of course the holo goes all the way up. That's actually really cool. You can see the swirl kind of lands right on the S and the P on Spark It there, but definitely a really good card, especially if you're a Thundercaster. Full Art Viscerus, a huge win here. If you're someone who wants to play Viscerus in any deck, like just getting one of these right out the gate as a full art is huge. To me, this is an absolute staple for Earth, so if you're gonna be running Earth and you wanna have some serious power, we just gave you one of the best cards right away. And Pandasin had to be our first full art unlock. Pandasin is beautiful, man. This is the full art Pandasin with its face mask off. And again, it functions being ability to pull back your invoke runes from the underworld, so you can kind of restore if you're running like Earthquakes, or you want to grab a new Nectar of the Gods or something like that. A beautiful full art Pandasin. I just love this thing, it's so adorable. Windcasters, this is your bread and butter, Sorlet, the Stellar Sorlet. Beautiful. This one's got a great stellar swirl on it. One of the best 5 attackers in the game, being able to just pop pretty much everything because of its effect. Expending to change position is just really, really strong for Sorlet. Gets a little costly at times, but is really strong otherwise. And a beautiful, beautiful little piggy. I love the blue. Just a beautiful blue piggy from Mosby. And again, I'm just so stoked that everyone gets one of these packs, because so many of these cards are like crucial staple cards, and you basically get to start off with some of the best cards in the game right away. Astravit, to me, this is the best of the best. Like, when I look through this entire pack of kind of the promo cards that we have, this is probably my favorite. I think it's the best looking card of all of them. It's just so good, and from a meta perspective, I do think Astravit is probably S tier, or at least A tier in terms of usefulness. In Thunder, it absolutely runs rampant with its incredible bulk and ability to provide card advantage through its effect. But otherwise, it's just a really good card that can be synergized in many decks. So I would look for Astravit, and I can tell you that, you know, I'm just so stoked to have this card. It's beautiful. Circle the Sky is a pull in the base set, but this Circle the Sky features the Vipyro Zaptor artwork, so pretty functionally the same, obviously, but just a beautiful art. And I think if you're a Circle the Sky fan, you want to kind of match it to your deck, then this is a good one to grab. I'm not sure how much kind of competitive play Warmite's going to see. I think it has some usefulness, being able to drop attack by 4 and actually kind of function as a decent attacker. Look at those swirls, man. They're so beautiful. Warmite is just adorable, kind of hanging from its little string and just looking all innocent and cute with a little fiery background. I told you we were giving you guys some really good cards. Voltempest is considered right now to be the standout deck in Elestrals. It's considered to be the highest, kind of most effective deck, and we're gonna give you a full art Voltempest with Zeus just riding on top. And there's some fun little Easter eggs here. You've got the Peliquarius with a Krakken and its little you know, kind of pot of water there. You've got, it's hard to see, but there is a P-Gust hanging on to the Thunderbolt of Zeus right there, and then there's actually a Griffuse right here as well. So some cool little Easter eggs on this card, and just a really, really dominant card in the metagame, being able to hit your opponent for 3 spirits in a turn, and you can just sit there. If Zeus is on the field, you just can't be touched. When I saw this card being designed, this was actually one of the cards that we created during Kickstarter. Diego went hard on this one, and Krakken out here just straight up sinking ships. This is just beautiful, dude. Like, it's so incredible seeing Krakken and all of its kind of tentacles, and of course this is a play on just the Krakken in general, being able to lock down Elestral zones and do work that way, but just a beautiful card, and really stoked about this one. One of my personal favorite Elestrals is Ryceros. This little guy here, our little rhino, and he's adorable, man. 4 defense, being able to shut down attackers that are not Thunder cast or Thunder enchanted is beautiful. And this one's got the swirl right on the tip of his little horn. That's great. This is a beautiful card. And it's only followed up by Boombat, who I may love as much, if not more. The kind of red and black bat is so good, and of course you can always disenchant your Boombat to pop something on the field no matter how strong it is. Really inexpensive form of removal, but does take up your cast, so that can be a little tricky. But a beautiful, beautiful Elestral card with just a great background. The Stellars just look so good, guys. Then we've got Drataya here. I have a feeling if you're a fruit lover or an earth lover, you're gonna just want to have 3 of these Drataya. I certainly do. You can run a deck with 3 Drataya and bling it all out and get your Ambrosias, draw 2 cards from those. You basically build in a Nectar of the Gods to your Ambrosia. And with 4 defense, you actually have a little bit of staying power too. So quite a really cool Elestral. I think Drataya is going to be a fun one to use. Glidesdale here, the powerful Glidesdale. Look at that nice little E, perfectly placed. Of course, an offensive threat in Wind, 2-cost Wind, can attack twice if ascended from Aeromare, so just a nice card overall. And this full art was actually originally in the prototype booster boxes as a full art. I decided to scrap it as a full art, and I think I replaced it with full art Leonite, if I'm not mistaken. So we ended up putting it in the promo pack, so pretty fun. And I think this is a lot of people's favorite, Foamy. Beautiful Foamy. Dan Reyes outdid himself with this. I remember seeing it and just being like, wow, that is adorable. That is just adorable. Foamy, of course, a staple in water, being able to kind of float out to other water Elestrals, so you can get your Mestacian or your Galaxy out pretty easily. And it's just the rainbow color pattern on the back is just, it's just too good, man. Watercasters, stay be lucky, because you get Tadpuff as well, another staple in water. So if you're able to, if you're somebody who backed multiple times, you're gonna be all set. But otherwise, I think that there's gonna be a lot of trading going on for people to get their favorite promos, or at least 3 of each. I know I certainly am gonna be rocking 3 of each of these, and Tadpuff can special cast itself to the field and gives you a lot of tempo, so a lot of cool combos you can use with this card. Yes, we decided to reveal our 6th Spirit during our Kickstarter campaign for hitting 1 million on Kickstarter, and Fleurmine was the result of that. Dan Reyes, again, outdoing himself with our 6th Spirit. I love Fleurmine personally. A fun fact about this card, we had the design for Fleurmine before the Kickstarter, but it wasn't named, and during Kickstarter, I was tasked with the challenge of trying to name it, like, with very little time to do so, as we were under a bit of time pressure. And I came up with Fleurmine. I was really happy with the name because it's a pretty good name, but otherwise just a beautiful, beautiful spirit card. And I think that this is one that, you know, it's a special card because we kind of looked ahead. I thought it was very important in our Kickstarter to not only show so much transparency and show how much effort went into building a really good product, but also show you guys that we're not just like focused on Kickstarter. Like, we have other things that we're working on as well for the future, and set 2 is going to be wild, and Fleurmine is kind of the cornerstone for that, so get excited there. A staple in Fire is Kinleo, the Nexus in Fire, being able to Nex around, target, and destroy Elestrals. This purple Kinleo is absolutely beautiful, and again, just a huge threat. Monster removal or Elestral removal is just really powerful. Nani designed this one kind of last minute during the campaign, and it came out great. I love this Rumagem. It's kind of sleeping, he's chilling, he's done searching for his gems for the day, and this was actually, I'll tell you, there's a guy on Twitter whose name I don't remember, but his Twitter handle is like Rumagem Lover, and he kept tweeting at me like, yo, I need a stellar Rumagem, I need a stellar Rumagem. So honestly, his tweets resulted in me being like, all right, let's get a stellar Rumagem, let's make it happen. So we did just that, and this is the result. Stellar Veritaqua, the red fish, just looks so good. This is a really cool card that I don't know if it's gonna see a ton of like relevant play, but I think it's a decent sideboard card against decks that run like Heavy Astrabid, or if you're trying to counter Tsunamis, this can be a really, really good card, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I'm personally a big Ignector fan, and the Firecasters can rejoice with Ignector. This thing casts itself out, so you can essentially play it, get 2 more Ignector right on the field right away, and swarm the field right on the first turn if you get it, and it's just beautiful. The kind of nectar of it changes colors to blue, and maybe one day you guys will see a stellar Nectar of the Gods. We'll have to wait and see. From there, we've got our bears, and Mosby is the creator of the bears, which I love, and I'm very excited to show these off. Scout is the bear that floats out the other ones. You can see a little like nectar up there on the honey hive. I think this is a great card art, phenomenal perspective, and again, Mosby just crushed it. Smog has kind of the more unique color palette. It's like this really cool bluish. And if you notice right there, there's a teaser to another Elestral for set 2. I thought that was a fun little Easter egg. That Elestral right there, I will tell you now, is actually called Funglow, and it will be in set 2. I'm very excited about it. It has a super cool mechanic and a very, very neat ascension. Probably one of my favorite new Elestrals coming out in set 2. So keep an eye out on Funglow later this year, and of course show some love for Smog. Don't forget Ursier, who is kind of the threat in bears, right? Like this is an Elestral that can, when it destroys something in battle, you can special cast out another Ursa Elestral from your hand or deck, so you can kind of swarm the field pretty nicely with Ursier, and you can cast out another Ursier. So like, if you find yourself in a powerful position, you can start dropping some things, and Ursier can really deal some damage and then swarm out to the field very powerfully. And then I decided to give you guys all the bears, for all my bear lovers out there. Majirsa shows up as your mama bear, and you've got all the little bears on there. I actually really like how dark this card is, because it really gives the perspective of night and like the stars in the sky. I just feel like it really came together beautifully. Then you've got our Celebration Hydrake, which, dude, it's so good. Thank you for supporting Kickstarter 2022. That's something that I really like. I have, I think, 3 cards we've released now that have this little flavor text on it. I may change how we do it in the future, but this one just says thank you for supporting Kickstarter. We have the Pandasin, which says Happy Halloween, and then we have the Nimbug, which I think says thank you for, you know, checking out Elestrals or something, which is very cool. So this Hydrake, it functions the same, obviously, but it's just a really cool shout out to Kickstarter, so I would definitely want to rock one of these. And last but certainly not least, the community came together to create a new Elestral, and that was Chillalotto, our little axolotl friend here, which is our first Frost Elestral that's playable. Just a note, Chillalotto and Fleurmine are legal in Elestrals as immediately. So if you do enter any tournaments that we host or competitive play comes to fruition sooner than later, then you will be able to use Chillalotto, but there's not a whole lot of Frost support until set 2. So I don't know how many people are going to be using that, but you might. It might be useful. You can lock down 2 runes on the field, and it's just really awesome. Let me know which free promo card you're most excited to get. For me, it's Astravid. I just think this is a beautiful card. There's my head for scale. I've got a very large noggin. But let me know what you guys are excited about in the comments section below. Keep posted for the artist collection breakdown as well, which is coming soon. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.